Japan is known for several things. One of those things we will be talking about today. As you saw, we will be making spooks based on Japanese folklore and yokai. Join me on this spooky journey of these brand new spooks I made based on Japanese folklore. But before we get started on this spooky expedition, we have a few things to get out of the way. I remade all of the elemental medallions, and even made some new ones. So this was a pretty old spook design. I believe I had made it a few months before my first spook video. So I remade it, and I think it looks great now. Meet Kitsublade, faction, Onryo, element, fighter in metal, and Kitsublade's threat is medium. Kitsublade still has lots to learn about fighting. Kitsublade is fast, and it doesn't know how to parry attacks, so it just swings around its katana, hoping for the best. The fur under its head is to protect its neck from attacks. Its time most active is Dawn. It's based on foxes and cats, and it's rare. Now this spook isn't really based on anything from Japan. It just helps with the spectral bond of another spook. Now meet Ignifist, faction, spirit, element, inferno, and warrior. Threat, high. Ignifist's attitude is almost always annoyed. It's rare for this spook to smile. This spook is often seen punching random things, setting them on fire. The angrier this spook is, the stronger it gets. Time most active, day, based on various animals and fire. And it's rare. Alright, so this is yet another old design that I brought back. You get this from having a spectral bond between Kitsublade and Ignifist. Meet Kitsukama, faction, Onryo, element, warrior, metal, and inferno. His threat is medium. After training and winning and failing, Kitsublade is now a skilled fighter, using Ignifist as a training buddy. Kitsukama still has its katana, but it's stored away, while it uses its new blades that it's very skilled with. Its time most active is Dawn. It's based on foxes and cats, and it's rare. Meet Forever. Faction, Onryo. Element, Fire and Spooky. Threat, Low. Forever used to be a normal fox in the mountains with its owner. This fox acted like a dog in personality. One day, tragedy struck. The house was set on fire, and Forever's owner didn't get out in time. So Forever sat there, waiting for him to come out, even after the house was a pile of ashes and rubble. Forever waited until it died of old age. Time most active, night, based on foxes and dogs. Rarity, one of a kind. Meet Tamagado. Faction, Onryo. Element, Spooky and Ice. Its threat level is low. Tamagado are protectors of human souls that were cursed to be flames for losing a battle. These spooks have the ability to go to the overworld whenever they please, looking for lost souls to guide. Tamagado have been seen following people that will soon pass away. For that, people hate them and see them as a bad omen, but they want to keep their soul safe when they pass. Time most active, anytime, based on yokai, Arctic foxes, and various fox yokai. Tamagado is a rare spook. Meet Tanurai. Faction, Onryo. Element, Light and Shapeshift. Threat, Medium. These tricksters love to shapeshift to trick whoever they come across. Most of the time, they don't mean harm. They just want to mess with you. But if you anger one, it's a completely different story. Time most active, night. Based on the Tanuki and lanterns. Tanurai is a rare spook. Gurukata. Faction, Ghoul. Element, Spooky, Poison, and Forest. Threat, Medium. Gurukata was horribly mangled because it was ran over and left on the road for days. Gurukata is coated in mold. Its missing skin was replaced with moldy teal felt. One of its legs is missing, everything except its bones. Its eyes are missing, all that's left is one glowing dot that wobbles as it mindlessly walks around. Its spores coat the lungs of those who breathe it in. Time most active, night. Based on ghouls and foxes. Its rarity is uncommon. These next three spooks all have something in common. They're all cats. Now, this spook was originally going to be poison and fire, but I just got rid of the poison. I still kind of kept it with its luminous form, aka the rare variant. Meet Tsuneko. Faction, Onryo. Element: spooky, fire, and shapeshift. Its threat is medium. Tsuneko rarely respect anyone. They create spooky flames to play with and roll around, accidentally setting stuff on fire in the process. Tsuneko only listens to those it likes. It may get aggressive to those it isn't fond of. It is often seen playing with its tail as well. Tsuneko can shapeshift into regular cats and people. Tsuneko's time most active is dawn and night. It's based on the Bakeneko and Hitodama flames, and it's uncommon. Meet Nineko. This one might be my favorite out of the three. Its faction is Onryo, its elements are spooky, fire, shapeshift, curse, and its threat level is high. Nineko pretend to be Racoin, to trick people that they are lucky. Nineko curse those it doesn't like with bad luck. Some Nineko have been working with Nekomancer, bringing her things to reanimate and be under her control. Nineko are harder to train than Tsuneko, since they don't respect humans in the slightest. They often burn them with their flames. They are immune to poison. Time most active, night, based on Nekomata and Hitodama flames. Nineko is a rare spook. Nineko is made when two Tsunekos have a spectral bond. Meet Racoin. Faction, Onryo. Element, spooky, shapeshift, curse, inferno, and metal. Its threat is high. Only if you make it mad, though. It's kinda hard to make this spook angry. Racoin are not as mischievous as Tsuneko and Nineko. They can still cause trouble. If Racoin finds someone it's fond of, it will grant them wealth with its gold coins. But if you make it angry, you will be cursed and be turned into a coin. Its time most active is night. It's based on Lucky Cats, Hitodama Flames, and the Maneki Neko. Meet Ochake. Faction, Onryo. Element: shapeshift, fog, fighter, magic, and its threat is high. It has two forms, its ready form and its kimono form, aka lady form and beast form. Late at night, she wanders around in her kimono form to not look suspicious from a distance. She stalks those alone, waiting for the perfect time to turn into her human form, to invite them over for tea, so she can steal their belongings after they fall asleep from her special tea. Time most active, night, based on the Tea Fox and Yokai. She is one of a kind. Meet Sakuhana. Faction: Onryo. Element: nature. Threat: low. Sakuhana is the guardian of the Great Cherry Blossom Tree that is 374 feet tall, the tallest tree in the underworld. Sakuhana will only fight as a last resort. No one knows why they are so adamant about protecting that tree. If Sakuhana's spirit is destroyed, they will turn into a cherry blossom tree. Time most active, day, based on kitsunes and cherry blossom trees. Sakuhana is a rare spook. This was probably my least favorite of the video, but anyways, meet Urami. Faction: Onryo. Elements: metal, warrior, and darkness. Threat: very high. Urami was a samurai known for his amazing fighting skills. He was feared by the enemies, and now everyone fears him, where he is blinded by rage, since he was slain by his own guards. Time most active, night, based on the Oni and Samurais. One of a kind. Meet Sakagon. Faction: Onryo. Element: sea and metal. Threat: medium. Sakagon is often found at sea, on top of rocks. They are very stealthy in the water. No audible sounds come from it, even when it's swimming at high speeds. Sakagon stores water in its orb, spikes, and other accents. Time most active, night, based on dragons and kitsunes. Sakagon is a rare spook. Meet Kion. Faction, Onryo. Element, Fire, Shapeshift, and Stone. Threat, Medium. Kion used to be normal dogs who protected their owner with their life. Even in the afterlife, they protect the ones they care about. It's rumored Kion's bark can make evil spirits weaker or leave altogether. Kion are often seen in groups of 2. Time most active, anytime. Based on Shisa, lions, puppies, and yokai. Kion is an uncommon spook. Meet Usachi. Faction, Onryo. Element, Space, Fog, and Dream. Threat, Low. Usachi used to be a normal rabbit, until he saw a starving man. He was always known for his selflessness, so he gave himself to the man. In the underworld, he was blessed by the queen for his acts of kindness. During the day, he resides on the moon in the underworld, making his healing mochi for all to enjoy. In the night, who find him. Time most active, night. Based on the Gyokuto, Mochi, and Yokai. Usachi is one of a kind. Meet Torarai. Faction, Onryo. Element, Metal, Warrior, and Electric. Threat, Medium. Torarai appear in thunderstorms to train. When angered, Torarai's blades become imbued with electricity. Torarai and Kitsublade have a friendly rivalry. Maybe one day, Torarai will get its spectral bond to get even stronger. Time most active, thunderstorms. Based on samurais and tigers. Torarai is one of a kind. Meet Nirukara. Faction, Onryo. Element, Fog, Steam, and Wind. Threat, Low. Nirukara appears at night, and it sits in the same spot every night, staring at the moon, or anyone who gets near it. This spook seems like it used to be very strong, but lost its spectral bond, and became a husk. It seems to be waiting for something. Rumors said it had 2 possible forms. Time most active, night. Based on kitsunes and shadows. Rarity, noble. Meet Roishin and Seiyaru. Faction, Onryo. Element, Sea, Inferno, and Steam. Their threat level is high. Roishin and Seiyaru are two pure souls of pet foxes from a royal family. These two cannot be separated, or they will go on a rampage, destroying everything until they are together again. The two can combine to be bigger and stronger, if badly damaged. Some say they represent the sun and moon. Time most active, day and night. Based on the Ginkgo, Yokai, and Kitsunes. They are one of a kind. Kitsukyu, Faction, Onryo, Element, Magic, Curse, Shapeshift, Inferno, Blizzard, Threat, High. Kitsukyu is the strongest kitsune, having spectral bonds with many, resulting in this extreme power. When Kitsukyu is badly hurt or extremely angry, it will unleash the dragon inside. Kitsukyu loves festivals, and when it was in this form centuries ago, it would appear in the overworld during festivals, but only at night. Time most active, night during festivals. Based on kitsunes, yokai, and various spooks. Its rarity is noble. Meet Kitsukyu's draconic form, Ryulong. Faction, Onryo. Element, Wind, Blizzard, Sea, Shapeshift, and Curse. Its threat is very high. Ryulong is the dragon form of Kitsukyu. It flies through the skies, leaving a trail of snow behind. Swims through the seas with all its restored power. Those who anger Ryulong will be cursed. Some are cursed to be a normal fox forever. Ryulong is now back to its true self, instead of a husk. It seems to enjoy festivals about kitsunes. Time most active, night during festivals, based on Musaki Gitsune. Long dragons, kitsunes, and spooks. Its rarity is noble. Before this video ends, we have some familiars to show, aka fan-made spooks. Our first design was made by Chris TD. I didn't change much about this design, I just kinda drew it in my style. Meet Chris TD's Spook Sparkiller. Its faction is Wraith, its element is Plasma, and its threat is very high. The unstable souls of those obsessed with burning the possessions of others. These rare spooks have been equipped with firework launchers to fuel their destructive passions. You can tell how mad the boss is by how many are released into the city. These are extremely dangerous. Once they find their target, they don't care what damage they cause to blast them out of the afterlife. Time most active during the boss's orders. Sparkiller is a rare spook. Thanks for your design, Chris. Our next two familiars were made by Aidinator. Didn't really change much about this either, just kinda drew it in my style. Meet Aidinator Spook Catrius. Faction, Spirit. Element, Space and Ice. Threat, low. Catrius is extremely curious. It used to have an owner. The two had a strong bond with each other. They loved to explore space together. She even made a little spacesuit for Catrius. Whilst in space, Catrius wandered off and lost its owner. Despite this, it is seemingly always happy. All the good memories making it forever happy. Time most active, anytime, based on cats, astronauts, and its rarity is one of a kind. Meet Aidinator Spook Mjorb. Faction, Spirit. Element, Light. Threat, low. These playful little guys roll around as their form of movement. They love nothing more than to roll around in circles around someone. Despite rolling around them, they have no ill intentions and are pure-minded. Time most active, day, based on cats and bouncy balls. Its rarity is common. Thank you, Aiden, for your design. Now, if you guys made it this far in the video, comment spooky down below. While you're down there, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We just hit 200 subscribers. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much. One final thing, comment down below your favorite spook of today's video. Alright, stay spooky. See you guys in the next one.